So one of the most common things that clients tell me when we start talking about food allergies is that there's no way their dog could have a food allergy because they've been feeding the same food for years. Here's a little known fact. The longer you've been feeding the same food to your dog, the more likely they are to have a food allergy. That's why this is a little known fact, because as a vet, I was taught that we should keep dogs on the same food because that's what helps them stay stable. And it wasn't until my dog got sick and had diarrhea for 2 years that I learned how much that is hurting our pets. The reality is that our bodies cannot be allergic to something that we've never been exposed to. The converse side of that means the longer that we're exposed to something, the more likely we are to have a reaction to it. And for these pets that we feed the same food day in and day out, their bodies, if that food is causing any level of inflammation, that inflammation is building up, and at some point, that inflammation is going to explode into signs of food allergy. What this means is that the best way to prevent food allergies is to actually feed a decent variety of foods, not including any foods they might actually legitimately be allergic to, but the more variety we have in their diet, the less likely they are to actually develop food allergies. The caveat to this being, don't go out and start changing your dog's food, because if your dog's gut is not healthy enough to handle it, you will trigger some pretty severe GI symptoms. But when you start to actually heal your dog's body, when you actually start to heal their gut, things like licking their feet, GI, chronic sensitive stomach stuff, ear infections, anal gland problems, all of those start to go away. But you have to heal their guts first. Don't just start this cold turkey. A normal, healthy dog, you should be able to switch their food left and right and never, ever have symptoms. And I say this with 2 healthy dogs who don't ever get sick, even when they get into things they should not get into. But again, I reiterate, do not just start doing this to your dog cold turkey, because there's a lot of healing to be done first. If that's something you're interested in doing, we can talk. But I just want everybody out there to know that the more you feed the same food every single day, day in, day out for year after year, the more likely your dog is to have a food allergy.